Today we're going to talk about this video that went viral on social media, and specifically we want to focus on the reasons why people will so blatantly lie against Islam and Muslims in order to stir up animosity and hatred towards them. As we'll see, this clip here is completely taken out of context and is being done so blatantly. Now, an honest person interested in truth might be hesitant to think that. I mean, it's really appalling to be a bold-faced liar. So you might naturally want to avoid being such a cynical person that would think such lies are permeated throughout our society at such a massive scale. But this is an unfortunate reality. So I'm going to mention 3 reasons why people will lie against Islam and Muslims in order to stir up hatred and animosity towards them and to portray them as an existential threat. Reason number 1 is for money. If something goes viral on social media, then the person who posted it could potentially make a lot of money. And one sure way to get views is to rage bait, to shock people, to convince them that there is some sort of threat that they need to be concerned about. It will consume them, they'll share it, and that will translate into a lot of views and therefore a lot of money. Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. However, there is something wrong with that when it is based on a blatant lie, when it is based on misinformation. And you as a viewer should be very offended by that. You are being used and manipulated so that somebody else can make money. And you'll find that a lot of people on the internet who are the most dishonest are anonymous. They're not real people who fear actual consequences for being exposed as a liar. So this post says, Muslims in Texas want to ban Americans from drinking beer and eating pork. Allah wants this.
And not violate the religion of Islam by selling and distributing products that are against the religion, because we should love what Allah loves and we should hate what Allah hates. This is what we're here for, and little by little, one by one, we're going to be visiting all of the stores in the neighborhood, particularly the inner city neighborhoods where the religion of Islam is ignored.
So that's the clip. And of course, this is going to rage bait people. That's what it's meant to do. It's going to make people think, why are these Muslims trying to infringe on the rights of Americans? As of right now, this video has 5.5 million views. But as we'll see, that's not what he was doing. That's not what he was saying. And this was very deliberately taken out of context. And the full video where this clip was taken from makes that abundantly clear. But of course, that part was left out. So here we have another anonymous rage baiter also sharing this misinformation, and this has 6.9 million views. They said Islamification. Houston area Islamic cleric demanding shopkeepers stop selling alcohol, pork, and lottery tickets to comply with Islamic Sharia laws. So here we've shown 2 anonymous people on the internet racking up millions of views based on a lie. So one reason people do this is to make money, which leads me to the second reason why people will share this sort of misinformation about Islam and Muslims to portray them as a threat, and that is to be put in positions of power. Here, Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, quote tweeted this misinformation, which got 4.3 million views, and he's just trying to talk about how tough he is against Islam and Muslims. He says, I signed laws that ban Sharia law and Sharia compounds in Texas. No business and no individual should fear fools like this. If this person or anyone attempts to impose Sharia compliance, report it to local law enforcement or the Texas Department of Public Safety. And one of the reasons he's saying stuff like this is because he's actually under a bit of heat on social media for not being tough enough against Muslims. It seems like a lot of people running for positions of power in Texas are attempting to accumulate votes by portraying Islam and Muslims as a threat that they will take care of, that they will save the people from. They want you to give them a position of power so they can save you from this imaginary threat. So you honest people out there who are concerned with truth, you're being lied to and manipulated so that some people can make money and so that other people can be put in positions of power. And a third reason why people lie to you in such a way is because when Muslims are demonized and dehumanized in such a way and seen as this threat that needs to be eliminated, some of the powers that be can use that to have your tax dollars or perhaps your military go toward invading Muslim countries, killing Muslim civilians, committing, for example, a genocide. So some people find lying against Islam and demonizing and dehumanizing Muslims to be very lucrative. But what about the truth? What happens when you find out that you've been lied to? That you have been manipulated by a bunch of dishonest people? Well, let's find out after we unpack this lie. Let's start by watching some other clips from that video. Remember, on X, it was a 26-second clip, whereas the full video here on TikTok is 3 minutes and 32 seconds. And remember, this is the video that was clipped to push the idea that these Muslims are trying to ban Americans from drinking beer and eating pork.
We're standing near a store community service store that is owned and operated by a Muslim. The Muslim Islamic code is that we avoid the use and the sale and distribution of pork, alcohol, and gambling products. We ask them not to do this. We can't stop them. Of course, this is the United States of America, and people have the freedom to sell what they want as long as they're supported by the United States government. But in Islam, we have higher principles. So we are asking all the Muslim business people and Muslim merchants to have a higher standard of quality that complements the religion of Islam. If you say that you're Muslim, you should avoid alcohol, pork, and gambling products and do the best for the community. You should want for your brother what you want for yourself. Of course, you have the right to sell what you want, but as a Muslim, you should have a higher principles, higher code of ethics that is supported by the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So we're letting the community know that they can patronize them if they want. But one question we would like for you to ask them before you give them your money, ask them, where do they live? Do they really care about this community enough to live around us? We care about the community, we love you, and we care. We want the best for you. So we are letting the community know and letting all of the Muslim merchants know who say they are Muslim, who say that they follow the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who say that they follow the Quran, to do the very best for the community, to show the very best and have the best products and not violate the religion of Islam by selling and distributing products that are against the religion, because we should love what Allah loves and we should hate what Allah hates. So we're letting everybody know, do what you want, but we want you to know that we care about you, we love you, want you to have the very best, and we want the Muslims to have set a better example of what good merchandising should be. It's an insult to injury when we have Muslims who don't care about the community. We have Muslim people who say that they're Muslims, who don't even care enough about the community, and they're poisoning the community with their drugs, poisoning the community with their alcohol, poisoning the community with their pork, and they don't really care. But we want to let you know that we care about you and we love you and we want the very best for you. Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.
Now, the point of this video is not to discuss whether or not I agree or disagree with what he's doing, with what he's saying, with how he's going about it. The point of this video is to show how people are blatantly lying in order to stir this animosity and hatred against Muslims and to portray them as a threat. He clearly said multiple times that this is America, and if they want to sell these things, then according to the United States government, it's illegal for them to do so. He clearly said he's speaking to Muslims. In fact, this initiative started months ago, where he posted videos where he was going to these Muslim merchants and advising them to stop selling these things. Why? Because it's against their religion as Muslims. He's not going to non-Muslims. He's not going around trying to ban these things from all the American people. He is going to Muslim merchants selling these things in his neighborhood. 4 months ago, he posted this video.
Alaikum. You Muslim, right? Glad to meet you. I'm Brother Qasim. As a merchant, you have a legal right to sell whatever you want in the store. No one can stop you. But as a Muslim, I have a right and responsibility to let you know that it's haram. That the pork, alcohol, gambling is against Islam. All right. So what I want you to do is talk to your boss, to the owner, yourself, and let them know that we're just giving a 30-day notice. Then in about 30 days, we're going to start having demonstrations about Muslims that's selling poison to the people in the neighborhood when they should just clear it out. So you have 30 days to get the haram out of your store, or we're going to demonstrate, okay? We love you, and we want what's best for you, okay? Thank you, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
So months ago, he was posting videos like this, clearly articulating what he was doing. And you find him repeatedly saying, this is America, it's illegal for you to sell these things. However, as Muslims, this is against our religion. In this video, he was also pointing out how many of these merchants don't seem to actually live in these neighborhoods where they are selling alcohol, where they are selling things related to gambling. So he feels like this is detrimental to these communities. And he's saying, as Muslims, we should be implementing our religion. We should hold ourselves to a higher standard. We should care about each other. Right now, with what's going on around the world, it's as if nobody cares about Muslims, as if we are completely dehumanized. So the very least is we can care about each other. We should try to refrain from selling things like alcohol that's going to be a detriment to the community. All the while he's repeating what? This is America, it's legal for you to do these things. Again, this video that I'm recording is not to discuss whether or not I agree or disagree with his approach or what he's doing. The point is, we can't even have such a discussion because the reality of what he's doing isn't being presented. But rather, people on social media are misrepresenting this, trying so hard to portray Islam and Muslims as this existential threat so that they can make money off of you, so that they can get you to vote them into positions of power, or to dehumanize Muslims so you go along with atrocities that are committed against them around the world. So in this video, I just wanted to expose these lies and make it known that as Muslims, we just want to convey the truth. We cannot and will not force anyone to be Muslim, anyone to even like Islam or Muslims. But at the very least, everyone should be able to make such decisions based on the truth and not based on blatant, shameless lies. Allah knows best. Thank you for watching. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.